Hello there guys, Rosaire is here, back with another live stream. Have returned with our friend Little Pumpkin to do another Mario Kart stream because we're boring and we're doing the same build last time. 8 races, 200cc. I'm obviously running the same set as always, and Pumpkin's going to hopefully not lag. Right, Pumpkin?
Hi everyone, Mario Kart, yeah.
Good enough. Anyway, let's get into this shit. Should I be annoying and pick something that I know that I'm good at and you're gonna hate me for? I think I'll do that a little bit later. Oh look, either way I'm gonna win. Mario Kart's like one of the few games I'm actually
showing up on my channel.
F.
Oh man.
Where'd you get your username from?
It was my Club Penguin username back in the day.
Club Penguin. Are you trying to date yourself?
Cause like
I forgot
when I didn't.
Continue.
Back when I didn't have an email to have my account be permanent, I thought it would be a temporary account, so I named it Little Pumpkin because it was almost Halloween.
No. I mean the Seed Witch thing that you have on your username on the Switch.
The Switch one? It comes from a name theme that me and my friends had. It's kind of hard to explain.
I hate this controller because, like, so my original Pro controller I got on launch, it now, the right stick drifts forever even when I try and recalibrate it. Which is especially annoying in Minecraft for the camera. And I love this other controller that I've had almost since launch because it's, battery operated and all that. But it has no vibration, which makes playing Mario Kart so much harder.
Oh yeah, anyone watching my stream, you can't hear Rose right now, sorry.
And for anyone watching my stream, I don't know if y'all can hear Pumpkin, so it's gonna sound very strange for the one-sided conversation. If you can, though.
We're talking about usernames, so. The stream looks kind of laggy from OBS, but like, I can't tell how it is because I can't find my stream on the channel for some reason.
I don't even know if mine's on my channel. I'll have to check after this race. Which I just won!
Okay, next. What's channel? It's not popping up as live for some reason. Oh wait, now it is.
Now it is on my end.
Okay, next. Okay, I don't think it's too loud. It's not popping up as live for some reason.
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure they can hear you on my side. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So, yeah. Now I'm gonna be a dick.
Oh wait, whoops, I forgot to do the thing.
Wow. I can't. I don't know if it's just because you're a girl, but like, some of your expressions and reactions just seem to either be so much more sarcastic, they're either so much more sarcastic or they're very genuine. Almost like a kid. I like that, it's silly. Mine just sounds very blunt, YouTube commentary-esque. A lot of people say I force my voice sometimes when I'm talking, but really not the case. If my voice just gets deeper, sometimes it's just a thing that happens. It's not intentional. I get a little more serious and direct. The lack of vibration is really strong. Why didn't they implement Rumble into these battery operated controllers? Is my question. If they can make them connect to the console, and they have some little Bluetooth functionality. They can make them have rumble. Are you gonna get the Tomodachi Life 2 when it comes out?
Yep.
I've barely played the original because I just got it recently and I don't really touch it that much.
I've been playing the original since like 2016 or whenever.
Well, 2016 is the year I got my 3DS, and I was like, what, 8?
Yeah, that's when I got my 3DS.
Huh. I also got my first Street Pass overnight, and it was 3 people, and then I never got it again, so I thought, like, this is stupid. Why did I get it once and never again?
I barely got 3 passes around where I was, besides one time where I was going to the music store, and someone, I don't know who it was, but there was someone that threw
I actually got to use Nintendo Zone once, even though I was, like, not allowed to use it, because when I went to McDonald's once, I got 10 Street Passes. I don't know where.
I also got 3 passes when I went to New York City one year, and then never again.
They need to bring back Street Pass. I mean, they have the mods, but like once you beat all the games, there's not really much more content. You know what I mean? And it feels kind of like cheating, but it's the only way you can do it these days, so it's not really cheating. Nintendo. A lot of people say Nintendo got bad when Iwata died. I don't think it was when Iwata died. I think it was right after the interim that replaced Iwata left. So right around COVID. And the last good game Nintendo has made was Tears of the Kingdom. And before that, it was New Horizons. Wonder and Bowser's Fury were kind of mid, I'm going to be honest. Forgotten Land, I just don't think Kirby fits in type of like an open world 3D game.
Nintendo's
And
just
Violet is
being
littered
more
with bugs,
experimental.
so... Like I said, last good game that Nintendo has made was New Horizons. Or 2 depending on what games you play. New Horizons is actually getting updated, but it's too little too late. When I grew up, I didn't even know much about Zelda. I knew Mario, and that's about it. I didn't know Kirby, I didn't know Zelda. I mean, I knew Pikmin, but I only knew Pikmin 3. I never played the other games. Most of what I played was Mario Kart, Mario Party, and the Wii Sports and like other Wii games. And because I didn't have internet access back then, I didn't really know much about the other games, so I wouldn't know if I would like them or not. But now most of the games I play these days are older games from the Wii era, which the Wii is considered a retro console now. And on top of that, I play even like some GameCube and N64 games I own. Do you realize how many good games were released on the GameCube and the Wii? Mario Kart Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, Mario Sunshine, Double Dash, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. Wii Sports, one of the most sold video games of all time.
Oh man, my computer's getting not liking me screaming right now.
It's giving you the finger.
I mean, it's still working.
I'm gonna challenge myself
Like,
really
yeah,
quick. I'm probably going to screw myself over by doing this, but I want to see what it's like racing under one of these. Oh great, it's a map that I'm usually good on, but I'm probably going to be terrible on now. Also, how do you have 7 and I have 5? If we've only done 2 races and there's only 2 of us. Why is this not terrible? I mean, I'm not as free with my motion and my drifting, but it's not as bad as I expected. Do you play anyone other than Inkling?
I forget who I used to play.
I had an inkling you would say that. Look at me, I'm funny.
Oh.
You know, most of my videos I can't see on my school computer, like my live streams. When they get put on restriction mode. I think it's because it's so sensitive that if I even say what the hell once, that it's gonna automatically say, oh, it's gonna be on restricted mode. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like other online games we can play. I mean, we have Mario Kart, Pokemon. Do you own Smash?
Yeah, but like, I'm not very confident in my Smash Bros. Skills.
Oh, same here. I mean, there aren't really that many good online multiplayer games anymore on the Nintendo. There used to be more. I mean, I own Splatoon, but I refuse to play it again. I mean, I have Pokken Tournament, but that's just a Smash version of Pokemon. A Pokemon version of Smash. I mean, we have Animal Crossing, but like, what would we even do if we played Animal Crossing? It's not as fun as like the older games when they have those mini what I've read.
Yeah, many games New Leaf were fun.
I didn't have New Leaf until long after I got New Horizons, but believe it or not, New Horizons was not my first Animal Crossing game. It's the one Animal Crossing game I don't think anyone played, and it was the reason why I kind of got interested in Animal Crossing. Take a wild guess what it was. Happy Home Designer. I lived for that game back in like 2017. Or whenever I got it. You ever play it?
Yeah, I got it. I forget when.
It's a good game. And again, lack of internet. I didn't really know much about Animal Crossing, but I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I can get down with this. Even Pokemon, I wasn't even introduced to Pokemon until 2016. Getting towards the end of Gen 6, but Generation 6 is still my favorite generation of Pokemon to this day. Megas were great. The anime was at its absolute height, and then they ruined Ash's design.
Yeah, Gen 6 was my first Pokemon game.
Gen 6, I watched the Gen 1 anime before, but I never got to finish it because Netflix only had Indigo League, they didn't have Orange Island, so...
Yeah, also, everyone's like, Ash finally won the Pokemon League for the first time for Gen 7, but he won the Orange League.
Yeah, new gens, am I right? What about all the crap that people were saying? I don't like Liko. I don't like the new protagonist at all. Bad. Bad. They had the perfect formula, and they could have kept running with it, and they didn't.
You know,
It's
people
not
are
like
complaining about
SpongeBob or
Ash.
Family Guy or The Simpsons, where they get tired of the same formula. Pokemon did it right.
Actually, the funny thing is, like, people were complaining about how Ash was still there after all this time, and then after he left, everyone wanted him back.
Or how about how we never found out who Ash's father is?
Yeah. It sucked those times, like that one thing where Ash's mom was like, "Oh, your dad is visiting, you should come see him." And then he goes on this whole adventure, and then he finally gets to wherever his dad was supposed to be, and his mom was like, "Oh yeah, he left."
Okay, and I don't like the theories where people say Mr. Mime is his father, because first of all, no. Second of all, that would imply that Ash is only half human. And third of all, even the whole Pokemon marriage thing, then Ash's father would have been there if that was the case. I personally don't agree with the Giovanni theory either. Because you know what that makes me think of when people say Giovanni is Ash's dad? It makes me think of all those people who think that Phineas's father is Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
It's not even possible.
Actually, no, because there was that one date that Linda had at times.
But that was one time.
Yeah, exactly.
The only time.
Because he
Candace
explicitly said, and I never saw her ever again. And then that would mean that Doof had been divorced twice. And the weird thing, here's where it gets really weird. That would make Vanessa his half-sister. And on top of that, when Ferb would have dated Vanessa, because it's very implied that they ended up dating, would you want your stepbrother dating your sister? No. No, the fuck you wouldn't. It's weird.
The creator of Phineas and Ferb said it wasn't cool.
Yeah, Dan said it himself. It would have been kind of cool to see what Phineas's father and Ferb's mother looked like though. But you can get a general idea because you know what both sets of grandparents look like, so. Or actually, no, you only know what the parent looks like. So, it scratched what I said, so.
Yeah, but you could, like, take what their parents look like and take what Phineas and Ferb look like and then just take away all the features that their parents don't have.
True. How did this go from Mario to Phineas and Ferb? I watch the Christmas special every year with my father because that's actually the one show that my father and I actually like sit down and watch together and can enjoy. And we also quote the special every single time a certain joke comes on. And I'm not talking about the newer ones that they did in like the New Year and all that. I'm talking about the original special where they take over for Santa and end up having to deliver.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I love that. One of our favorite lines to quote was when Buford said, "I knew it was a clubhouse." That and the whole like knockoff Frosty bit where he keeps getting hit by the plow. Kind of morbid, but in like the cartoony sort of way. I actually saw something really stupid earlier in my recommended. It was like a compilation of every time that Jack Skellington appeared in media, including obviously Nightmare Before Christmas. And I forgot, I don't know if you've seen this, you watch Family Guy at all?
No.
Well, basically they did a skit once where, it was like the citizens of Halloween Town celebrating 4th of July. And at the end of the celebration, I don't know where, Jack just says the most out-of-pocket thing. He says, Fat chicks with black hair get tattoos of me. It's like, oh god, which honestly kind of an accurate representation considering I've seen people like that who do get those tattoos, so it's fucking crazy. Oh god. The internet and television as a whole is just kind of weird, is it not?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're down to our last race. Of course you chose the candy one.
I used to choose that like every single time back when I used to play this more often.
Did you perhaps ever like Wreck-It Ralph growing up?
Yeah.
That explains a lot. And speaking of video games,
Twisty Canyon has nothing to do with it. I just like this.
I'm just saying, is it me or does Pixels get too much hate? I feel like it's a genuinely good movie. Like, yes, it's a little corny and cheap at times, but it's doing its best. It's like if Grandma tried to interpret video game history, you know what I mean? Especially that whole scene where it's like, Donkey Kong. Also, not to crush your dreams or anything, but I doubt they're ever gonna make a Splatoon movie. It's not nearly as popular as other franchises that deserve it, and it hasn't been around for nearly long enough to deserve one.
I think there's enough game content for me to be happy.
Because I think the difference between that and something like Pikmin is Pikmin's been around for 20 years and sure there's only like 4 or 5 games, but considering how popular it is in Japan specifically. Yeah.
Also, Splatoon has a whole manga series. So I'm
yeah,
happy.
I know. I've seen it inside of the Newberry comics before. And I chose the better option, which is the Animal Crossing manga. Which was next to the Zelda manga. Which was next to Berserk. And if you know anything about Berserk, then, well, yeah. Do you know what I'm referring to?
No.
You don't?
I live under a rock.
Basically, the first scene in like the Berserk manga is like, I don't know if YouTube would allow me to say this, but it's a very violent sexual scene. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, that's what turns off a lot of people from it, including me. I'd rather read Sailor Moon, but I can never find it in public. And of course you choose Urchin Underpass. God.
I haven't played Full Moon Battle in a very long time.
Will me.
Mm.
Why did I do that? I don't even know where that shit came from. I just saw SMG4 start doing it, so. Oh yeah, did you hear that SMG4 is like going to retire from the channel? Kinda sad.
I think I saw something about that.
That would be like if SML retired as a channel. I mean, SML has been around for a long time, as you probably know. You know they even got Nintendo to like give them a cease and desist. Because, oh, you're using our characters in violent scenes and blah blah blah. Yeah, but it's obvious parody, and it's not officially endorsed Nintendo material, so why do you give it that? It's like if they were to go after all the NSFW fan artists for like the They make it abundantly clear that the content's not for kids either, so I don't know why they're doing that. Because it's no different than having the adult content artwork for Mario. So by that logic, why aren't you going after all the artists who make that type of artwork? Mario and all that, and Pokemon and all that. Just because it's puppets doesn't mean anything. Look at Robot Chicken and Mad TV. They reference things like video games that are intended for children all the time. Pretty sure they did a spoof on Animal Crossing once, if I'm not mistaken. You see where I'm coming from? So I'm curious, is Little Pumpkin considered short, like where she's from?
Yeah, Little Pumpkin's like slightly taller than the height of a fairy, but like, I don't know if the fairy height includes wings or not.
Define Fae height.
I don't know, like
an inch
few
tall?
inches.
So in other words, Rose would be a giant among them.
Yeah.
Have you even popped any balloons? Actually, no. I haven't popped any of your balloons, have I?
No, I accidentally popped one of my own.
No, but have you popped any of mine, though?
I think I did.
Because I only have 2 right now.
I think I hit one of yours for sale because my inkling was celebrating.
Remember how they had to patch Inkling?
Yeah.
Because they did Broadsdale on it. I remember when you didn't need to pay for Switch online to go online on the Switch.
Yeah.
Better times. Coincidence how the second that Furukawa came in, that's when it happened. That's when they had to start making you pay for Switch online.
Yeah, Splatoon stage with an inkling and Slap Huggy.
Splatoon is not that great.
It is that great.
Dude, it's literally just Call of Duty for children. But worse.
And it's good.
You want a good shooter game that isn't COD, there's Fortnite. And I don't even like Fortnite that much when saying that.
I think Fortnite's fine.
Fortnite, let me put you in a corner here. Splatoon doesn't have Hatsune Miku.
It does not.
Need I say more?
Like, it's okay without her. I'll live.
You game even. Splatoon, I don't even know Splatoon lore. I don't know it. It just looks like are you a kid or a squid that shoot each other? You can't even speak
Yeah,
English.
you've probably heard about all the post-apocalyptic stuff, right?
That's all I've heard about, because Get Mad's kind of explained it.
Yeah, I know so much about it that like it's so hard to find your facts in Splatoon videos.
I could tell you everything about Pikmin lore right now, in like a few minutes, not even.
I could probably tell you Splatoon stuff, like, the only stuff I don't know is, like, extremely tiny facts about background characters.
Well, how do I put Pikmin lore into simpler context? intergalactic UPS man, because that's essentially what Olimar is, ends up crash landing on the Pikmin planet, which ended up being named TNF-404 by the Hookitations. Not by the Hookitations, by the Kopites. And then he had 30 days to get all of his resources for his ship back, otherwise his life support gives out and he dies. Now, in the original game, you meet the red Pikmin, which are able to go through fire, blue Pikmin, which are the only Pikmin that can swim, and the yellow Pikmin, which can jump high and carry bombs. In the second game, you get in, after like going home and getting all the ship parts, his ship gets repossessed, and this is because his new coworker, Lily, ended up claiming that a giant space bunny ate all the golden Tick-Tick carrots that were supposed to be transported to his planet. He lied, obviously, and ate all of them because Lily's a glutton. That's a main part of his character. So the two of them have to go back and make 10,000 Pokos, basically $10,000, worth of treasure to bring back to help the company and get their ship back. But in doing this, Louis gets left behind, so to avoid a potential lawsuit, the president of the company ends up accompanying Olimar to go back. And then they end up having to go through the hardest dungeon in the game, only to realize that Louis is controlling the final boss. And after rescuing him, sort of, you get to Pikmin 3, where the Kopites are in search of fruit because they're going to starve. So they end up finding the Pikmin planet, coincidentally separate from Olimar, but believed to be because of the Water Wraith, which is an enemy that appears in the second game, which is also presumed to be a parallel to the Gulix from the first game. It pulls them down to the surface, and this results in the Kopites having to reunite, find Louis, lose him again, he steals all their food, find him again, and then on top of that, look for Olimar to get their Plasma Drive to go home. They encounter the Plasm Wraith, which ends up taking Olimar by absorbing him, and then from there they have to rescue Olimar, only to find out that they leave Louis behind again after rescuing him, Olimar. And they just say screw it, which possibly gets retconned in the 3 Deluxe's new side missions mode or whatever, but that doesn't matter. But the thing that makes all of this very interesting is why the ships keep crashing. Because if you look at the Water Wraith's name in Japanese, it's a portmanteau of, I can't remember what the first word was, but Umibozu is the second word. But Umibozu being a Japanese folklore creature that capsizes ships. Oh yeah, it's amoeba and Umibozu. So it's believed that the Water Wraith, the Gulix, and the Plasm Wraith are all the same creature, evolving with time, and constantly making the ships crash down on the PNF-404 so it has someone to play with. Then when you get to Pikmin 4, the entire lore is retconned partially, because it takes place after the bad ending of 1, so we're skipping over Apex, it doesn't really matter. And you have to realize that Olimar ends up becoming a Leafling at the end of Pikmin 1, but it's not really expanded. Leaflings being basically Pikmin humanoids, if you will, where they die and are reborn as Pikmin. So then this rescue group has to go in and find Olimar, only to discover that, well, he's a Leafling, and that many other people who have crash landed on the planet have turned into Leaflings. The Water Wraith is also present in this game, which supports the theory of all the ships going down. And when you rescue Olimar, Louis is still missing. So after Louis shows up and runs away with Moss, Olimar's dog, you chase him until you find Louis in a giant cave, again, controlling the final boss. This time a giant dog. And the reason you have to follow Louis, not only to save him, but also because your dog and Moss are slowly being able to be turned into Leaflings themselves, meaning they can't leave the Earth's surface and go home. And the only way to actually fix them is by using the DNA of a dog that was not affected by the leaf. And all that. Make enough sense?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, God.
Sorry for people watching my stream. I was just hearing Rose yap about Pikmin.
I wasn't yapping, I was lore dumping. I don't know anything about really Splatoon other than the whole Kidra Squid and the society is dead sort of thing.
I could explain it in an easy way if you want.
Sure.
Okay, so back when humans were still around, they kept having wars, like a ton of them, like really big ones.
Like World War II Hitler type of thing. I don't know if I
like
can
worse
say.
than that.
Oh, so
like
I don't even know if I can say that on
Wars.
YouTube, but I don't care anymore. You were saying?
Okay, so after like the 5th World War or something, I think, Earth got so bad that you couldn't really live there anymore, and like all the ice was melting and the sea levels were rising, so it was harder and harder for humans to get places to live. So after all that, well, there's 2 places where the remaining humans that didn't die went. One of them was a place called Alterna, where the Octolings, well, actually I can't really explain that well, but, and then the second place was, they sent them to space, along with other animals, so kind of like Noah's Ark, but Space Edition. So like, the space one failed, and then for Alterna, they lived there peacefully for a while, and then the young scientists were like, okay, but we haven't seen the surface, because like generations of humans started growing up there, so they got curious, and then they made a ship and it blew up, so then all the humans went extinct.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention this part. In Pikmin, all the humans are extinct as well.
Oh, it's snowing!
Snowing?
Yeah, it's snowing!
Out in your neighborhood?
Yeah!
You lucky son of a... I'm farther up north than you, and I like snow.
Oh my gosh!
I love snow.
It's my favorite weather.
You like playing in the snow, I presume?
Yeah, I love the snow.
You're such a big kid. You're literally just a big kid. Well, actually, probably smaller than average considering your inch tall height. I don't really get it snow that often, and also snow days don't exist anymore, and that makes me sad. Because we can just do online learning now. Fuck you. I don't care.
My school used to do that, but then they just started canceling school again.
I actually had no school for 3 days because we had, it wasn't like a flood or anything, but we had such a bad rainstorm that it knocked out like some of the power lines and shit. So since some kids didn't have electricity, they couldn't actually do anything. I, however, did have electricity, so I got to sit and play Minecraft all day. And it's also when my biggest YouTube video at the time blew up with like 2,000 views in like, what? Actually, no, 1,000 views in a day, 2,000 in a month. When I did that F&F clip, because I was actually on time for once for a meme. I have been straight yapping the whole time, and I do not care. This is a safe space for nerds.
So the Splatoon stuff, so the rest of the stuff is pretty easy, so like after all the humans died out,
less cool
the sea
species
creatures
emerged.
started going to land. So anyway, the Inklings and Octolings and everyone else started evolving to live on land. And then,
But I thought the land didn't exist.
oh yeah, the sea levels are rising, but like, it didn't rise completely. which also caused Inkling and Octoling territory problems later.
So
which
wait, what's
caused
the difference
Great
between Inklings and
War.
Octolings? Is it like squid versus octopus sort of thing?
Yeah. So anyway, they had a war later because of the rising sea levels, and they didn't have enough land to share with each other. And the Octolings lost, so then they stayed underground where the humans used to live. And
Underground octopus people sounds funny. I don't know why.
yeah, and then it wasn't like that everywhere though. So like where Splatoon 3 takes place, that never happened. And then for the Octolings that stayed there, they all ended up escaping like 100 years later, which is where the game currently takes place.
I think part of why I don't like Splatoon is that other than the main like Splatoon characters, a lot of the character designs in my opinion are unappealing.
I like them.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can understand what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah, but I think they're cool, so it's okay.
Looking at you, great Zapfish. They did literally just
very important.
Is it though? It's just a big catfish. It's not like King Namazu or
Yeah, it's
anything.
the source of power for Angopolis.
So it
like,
is as important as Namazu then. Okay, noted.
And then, Octolings were running out of power sources actually underground, so that's why they kept trying to steal the Great Zapfish, because they were having electricity problems. Also, their whole thing is like war and weapons and stuff, so like, they all grow up with violence.
So we have gangbang octopus people. Noted. This stream is gonna get so fucking demonetized, it's not even gonna be funny. If I ever get
on your side.
Yeah, possibly yours too. It all depends on how people are doing it.
They cannot.
You don't need that.
They can't. You don't have a sound thing in OBS, and also I'm talking.
What do you mean
to
don't
on
have
my
a sound
phone.
thing? They can hear you
Like,
just fine.
yeah, but like they can't hear you because I'm talking to you on my phone wearing earbuds.
Oh!
And on my computer.
That's why. Ah.
It's because the least amount of lag as possible. Well,
I'm gonna run it one more time. Let's see if we can run it one more time.
oh, hi, Cole! Rose
I haven't checked my chat this entire time.
Rose has a Discord, it's just that streaming like this causes the least amount of lag, and also Rose uses some not very nice language.
What do you mean not very nice? I just speak like a teenage male my age in my community.
Also, Cole, it's snowing here! Yeah!
Also, Koa,
Very
what's your
happy.
Discord? You know, I know this was a rather short stream, but I think I might dip for today because, again, what I said earlier.
Okay. So that's it then?
Yeah, I might, like, continue the conversation with you, like, after the stream, though. Alright, guys, this has been Rosaries, and I will see y'all later. Bye!
Okay, I guess that's the